It's relentless. One hit after another, massive impact, no two parts are the same. It's go time for everyone.
I'm Jono Jones, I'm a professional mountain bike rider, and we're here at Red Bull Hardline with my twin brother Matt, a Red Bull athlete who's also racing Red Bull Hardline. I'm a downhill rider, Matt's a slopestyle rider, and this is one of the only events where our disciplines can come together and we can be on the course together, which is pretty special. But I want to ask you, what does Hardline mean to you?
I think it's going to be a different answer to most. It's like, for me, it's the ultimate test. It's like the coming together of all of these backgrounds. You've got free ride athletes, slopestyle athletes, downhill racers that are in the midway through their season, and yet everyone finds different challenges and different intricacies about this course that like really puts pressure on them. And for me, it's like the technical downhill stuff. It's the only time I ride it. I find it like unbelievably hard, and yet other riders just can't stand the jumps. There's 90-foot jumps, the biggest in the world, but that is kind of what I've come from. So I'm up for that bit. But it really is like the coming together of like mountain bike's finest on one hill, and no one knows who's going to win.
And for me, it's like there's so many big features the whole way down. A typical race, there might be one standout part that you think about. Here, it's like one after another, and you just have to be so switched on, so ready for the next hit, the next one, the next one. That's tough for me. I don't know about you with your competitive history, if you like, but this is a savage one.
Yeah, I mean, a slopestyle competition lasts 30 seconds to a minute, and this is kilometers of downhill over like several minutes. Takes me minutes to get down. It's relentless. It's like, yeah, like you described, one hit after another, massive impact, and you have to react, look up, kind of just check variables, what's the windsock's doing, and then go again. Another huge jump, a steep section, and like no two parts are the same. And that's why we get so much practice. But the weekend creeps up on you, and it's go time for everyone.
And this event is obviously racing against the clock. What you're used to is more of a judged event. Do you have a different mindset when you're racing as opposed to?
100%. I mean, I'm used to kind of watching other people's runs and what tricks they do, and then that can kind of dictate what you plan. You know, you're almost reading the room and adjusting your tricks based on what the competition's up to. This is really like every man for himself.
I think Hardline's different because we're all in it together. Like it's all a show of bravery. Like we are actually all scared. I am. I know you are. We talk about it. Yeah. There's newcomers here that haven't done a lot of the stuff, and you're kind of rooting for them. Whereas at a typical event, you want to beat them, right? And it's super different. I love this one, but it is scary.
Yeah, the competition element doesn't create enemies. Like nobody's kind of wanting someone else to fail, because it actually takes every athlete combined to get down this course. If anyone tried to come up here alone and conquer this track, they'd fail, because it requires people from these different disciplines and different backgrounds to throw their advice in the hat when it matters. And I don't think I'd have ever done a full run if it wasn't for that. Like a couple of years ago, I didn't think I'd cope, especially with some of the technical sections, which just isn't for me. But you know, with some good advice and some confidence from people around you, you can make it happen. It's pretty cool.
And I spoke to Dan Atherton, who's course director here, and he's got like sort of a holistic view of the event. And he described it as it's everyone against the mountain, which I loved. And it is, right? There's loads of unsung heroes. There's mechanics. There's all the staff. There's the dig crew that put the course together. For you, is there a standout sort of unsung hero behind the scenes, beyond the riders, that you can think of?
I think the Athertons just for pioneering this as a concept, you know, and Red Bull for bringing it to life. Not many, like everyone at school wants to know the toughest person is on the playground and all that, but this was like, let's actually figure out not who the fastest downhill racer is or who the best freeride athlete is. Let's just put them all on a mountain together and see what happens. And that's Hardline, I think.
Yeah. Hardline for me is such a challenge. Like I've had huge crashes here before that you could argue you wouldn't want to get on your bike again, but you come back here in the headspace that you have to excel. Like you have to drop in at the top and throw everything down there, put everything on the line. It's like an achiever mindset. If you start that run with any doubts, it's not going to go well. And maybe that's tripped me up in the past, but every year you come back, it's so important just to have that. And I feel like when I'm in the start line and I'm ready to make that move, that's the headspace I have to be in. Do you agree?
100%. Like bad experiences can live in your head and affect future experiences. And I think if your head's strong and believe in yourself and actually just trust in what you've done before, and that can be a full practice run 2 days earlier, or it can be, you know what, I did jump the road gap and I was fine and I'm going to do it again now. That's the attitude you have to have. It's like, just think about the monumental achievement that it is to race this track and get to the bottom. And I think that's a strength that you can have, and some fail to use it. You know, some are worried about crashing, are worried about the wind. And like you said, I think the most headstrong athletes are the ones that do the best.